Oh, geez, that's bright.
Improving your home security with cameras can be an important part of your smart home setup, but knowing where to place them and how to power them are two of the most common challenges in planning. But most homes already have this problem solved with your floodlights. They're positioned at key locations on your property to light up important areas, strategically placed around your home, and the electricity is always there. But there's a catch. A floodlight camera has to first be a great floodlight, and some brands have gotten that wrong. Then it has to be a great camera. But there's something else that matters too, something that most spec sheets try to avoid. There's more than one kind of security to consider when choosing a camera. So today I'm installing two options from Reolink, the Elite Floodlight and the TrackFlex Floodlight. We'll compare them both and see how well they do at both of those things. Hey, I'm Robert, and Oconee Smart Homes exists to make real homes more convenient, accessible, and safe with smart home technology. We serve real customers right here in Oconee County, Georgia, but this channel is for anyone who wants to make a simpler, smarter home. Full disclosure, Oconee Smart Homes is a Reolink installation partner, and they've sent me these two cameras to evaluate at no charge, and I'm sharing the installation and my independent feedback with you. Our full collaboration policy is linked in the description below. So let's get the boxes opened. First, the Elite Floodlight. There's the camera. Now the TrackFlex. And inside the box, you've got everything you need to install these, the cameras, mounting brackets, and hardware. Here they are side by side. On the right, we have the Reolink Elite Floodlight camera and the TrackFlex Floodlight on the left. Right away, build quality feels solid. Clean mounting plate, good weather sealing, and importantly, separate adjustment for the lights and the camera. Before we even talk about cameras, we need to talk about the lights. Both models offer bright 3,000 lumen floodlights that activate fast with motion. They provide wide coverage, and each of the lights is adjustable independent of the camera. This is huge. If a floodlight doesn't come on quickly or light up the right area of the property, it's not just the camera footage that suffers. But here, the lighting actually supports the video and doesn't work against it. Brightness and color temperature are both adjustable, and you can set the lights to come on with motion, based on a schedule, or just to stay on all night for security light. That matters because you want to light your property properly, not just light up the camera view. Notice the long camera head with two lenses. The Elite uses dual cameras to stitch together a wide 180-degree field of view, which is perfect for big yards or long side yards. And also, according to my kids, this looks like a robot.
It's not alive, guys.
Now the TrackFlex is a little different. This one adds pan and tilt, giving you a full 360-degree pan, and it uses its two cameras differently. One maintains a wide overview shot, while the other zooms in closely to follow activity. It also uses PIR sensors on multiple sides of the camera to help find and track motion. If the Elite is a robot, TrackFlex is an owl. Again, my kids. Both support wall or ceiling mounting, hardwired power, and local SD storage. More on why this is important later. If you've ever tried installing outdoor cameras after a home is built, you probably know the pain. Climbing ladders, fishing wires through walls, hiring an electrician, or just settling for battery-powered cameras that miss events and need constant attention. Installation is exactly why floodlight cameras make sense. First, let's get the old light down. First, always test and retest that the power is actually off. This is a standard exterior junction box with line, neutral, and ground wires already available. No low voltage wiring, no PoE runs, no attic gymnastics. You just mount the plate, connect the wiring, seal it up, and you're done. If you're comfortable replacing a floodlight, this is very doable. From an installer's perspective, this is about as clean as it gets. Now this part genuinely surprised me. At this point in most installs, a smart camera app will stop and say, create an account, accept these terms, start your free trial, enter your payment information. This never happened. I never even had to create a Reolink account. I expected features like a live view to work, but then the more I explored, all of the features were available without the need to create an account. Live view works, local recording, motion detection, even AI detection and AI search. No, seriously, check this feature out. With the AI search, you can type in exactly what you're looking for and filter by date. So there's no more endless scrolling through clips just to find that one moment. I've been able to use it to search for my dogs, specific cars coming and going. my kids playing basketball, and even the delivery drivers pulling up. And here's the wild part. The search happens entirely on the camera itself, all without a login, without a subscription, and even without the internet. The camera records locally to an SD card, and the AI detection for people, animals, and vehicles all happens on the camera itself. No need for the cloud. If your internet goes down, the camera doesn't stop being a camera. That's a big deal for homeowners who are concerned with privacy and control. And earlier, I mentioned there's more than one kind of security. Physical security is one, but digital security, who controls your footage and your data, is the other. With cloud cameras making headlines recently, it's no surprise that people are concerned with surveillance and subscriptions. Now, I've installed plenty of Ring cameras, and they make solid products. But for anyone who wants full control with a local-first approach, Reolink is a compelling option. Now, because everything is local, integrations are where this really shines. In Home Assistant, I was able to add both cameras easily. Once I set them up, the camera showed up, motion sensors, light entities, control for basically everything was just right there. I also added these cameras to HomeKit Secure Video using Scrypted and the Reolink native plugin. HomeKit Secure Video is Apple's built-in camera detection and recording system. Detections are done locally on your home hub, and recordings don't count against your iCloud storage. Scrypted is a free open source tool that's excellent at managing local cameras and bridging them into third-party systems. I worked directly with the plugin developer to get both of these models supported and tested. The Elite Floodlight comes in as a single camera, while the TrackFlex actually has two separate feeds. But once they're in HomeKit, HomeKit Secure Video works exactly as you'd expect. The key thing here is choice. You're not locked into one ecosystem or one cloud. A truly local camera puts control back in your hands. Alexa, show me the side yard camera.
Okay, keep the side camera.
You get and Google Home support off the shelf, and the camera also supports RTMP, RTSP, and ONVIF to integrate with any other system that you might use. If you made it this far, it would mean a lot if you hit the like button. Now let's talk about video quality. Despite the unconventional aspect ratios, both cameras are 4K quality, and that shows especially for identification at a distance. Daytime footage is sharp, and nighttime footage is clear, benefiting heavily from that strong floodlight. With the Elite, you get a clean, fixed view, great for predictable areas. This one's mounted on the back corner of my house, giving me coverage from the street all the way past my back fence. In addition to AI detection, the Elite offers virtual fences and zones, which can trigger alerts based on activity. So if someone comes through my side gate, I'll know it. The trade-off, though, since it's fixed, is that you won't know if something happens outside that 180-degree field of view. The Elite camera can't track it. With the TrackFlex, pan and tilt tracking adds another layer of coverage. Watch as it follows people, cars, and of course our dogs. The wide lens keeps context, while the second lens zooms in for detail. This is done through a hybrid zoom with both digital and physical telephoto zooming. Look, you can even read my shirt. Because the TrackFlex is more dynamic, the settings are a little bit more complex. When I first got mine installed, it had the tendency to over-rotate and just point at the brick wall, which was not super helpful. But after learning the settings, a few quick adjustments did fix this. Just something for you to be aware of. If you prefer something that's completely static and simple, the Elite Floodlight may feel more straightforward.
This is an audio test of the TrackFlex floodlight camera. And this is the sound on the Elite Floodlight, though I have to speak a little bit louder because it's a little further up on the house.
In my testing, person detection was reliable, and I didn't see any false vehicle alerts. If anything, I get too many notifications. And while I can cut those down with schedules and non-detection zones, I'd really love to see the AI detection evolve to allow me to key off of certain criteria, such as filtering out known vehicles. But the detection notifications are fast, and the stream starts with little delay. So which should you choose? If you want a simple set it and forget it floodlight camera with a wide, clean field of view, the Elite Floodlight makes a lot of sense, especially for side yards or areas with long coverage. If you want active tracking and more dynamic coverage, then the TrackFlex is a better fit. Think driveways, front yards, or any area that gets a lot of activity. And that 360-degree pan is great at covering multiple connected spaces. Both cameras follow the same philosophy. Local first, high-quality video, crazy bright lights, but they each solve slightly different problems. Realistically, most homes would benefit from both, just in different locations. Personally, I prefer the Elite for predictable coverage of my side yard and the TrackFlex for my driveway where tracking actually adds value. Now in terms of pricing. At the time of this recording, the Elite Floodlight is listed around $200, and there is a PoE version in case you prefer a wired network connection. The TrackFlex is currently on sale for $233.99, and Reolink has also offered our viewers an additional 5% discount on their store using the code OCONI5. You can simply scan the QR code on the screen or check the links in the description. The code is valid until the end of 2026. Floodlight cameras aren't just about adding more cameras, they're about upgrading something that your house already needs. And when a floodlight camera gets the lighting right, delivers high quality video, and protects your privacy, it's one of the easiest upgrades that you can make to an existing home. With the Reolink Elite Floodlight and TrackFlex Floodlight, you get bright, responsive security lighting, high quality video, all without being tied to a cloud subscription. Now, tell me about your house. Where are your floodlights located, and which of these cameras would be a better fit for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more real-world smart home installations, subscribe and stick around. God bless you. I'll see you next time.